Davy Crockett, king of the wild frontier.
There is Lee Oswald. He's been shot. He's been shot. Lee Oswald has been shot.
It's one small step for man.
Good morning, Vietnam!
Ladies and gentlemen, the Beatles.
Welcome to the Howdy Boomer Show on the YouTube channel. This is a daily broadcast by baby boomers for baby boomers. Join the Peanut Gallery, become an official member of HowdyBoomy.com, where there's great gifts and ideas for the baby boomer generation. And we're going to be talking daily about things that affect everyday life. Like, we're going to be driving gas cars rather than worried about charging someplace to take half of our life getting there. We're going to be cooking with gas rather than whatever the woke generation wants us to cook with. We're going to be worried about climate change, but unlike John Kerry, who looks like the love child between Secretariat and Jerry Seinfeld, we're going to be letting Mother Nature take care of that. We're going to go back to the days when the good guys were the cops, the bad guys were the criminals. We're going back to the days when if you were born with a penis, you were a male. If you were born with a vagina, you were a female. Every day we're going to be broadcasting ideas that's going to help make America great again. And we're going to be bringing everybody to the forefront to remember what made this country great. In the days of the old laughing, every day we're going to sock it to them.
Sock it to me?
Welcome to the Howdy Boomy Show. Another gorgeous day. Hope everything is going well with you. I had my grandchildren over last night. One thing you have to realize is we were brought up at the early ages of the baby boomers. We had Howdy Doody, we had Captain Kangaroo. There was interaction between audience members and the hosts. There was interaction between everybody. And now you don't see that very much. You see many times, I'm sure it happens in your household, where your grandkids come over and one is sitting in one chair, one is sitting in the other chair, and they're on their phone texting who knows who. They could be texting each other. You have no idea what's going on. But the most important thing is, as they say in the old days, everything begins at the kitchen table. Conversation is what is inevitable, what is necessary between human beings to make this a more livable world. All too often now everything is done by text. All too often the personal touch is gone. And whether you're in sales, no matter what occupation you have for the rest of your life, you're going to have personal human being confrontations with someone else, and it's supposed to be palatable. It's supposed to be something where you enjoy talking to people, you relate to people. The old adage, you always do business with people that are dumber than you are, which means either you deal with idiots or you educate yourself enough to where you have a higher class personnel, you have a product knowledge beyond belief, and you deal with people on an up and up basis just to have conversation. You have to interact with people. This texting is fine, but the personal touch, the shaking of the hand, the meeting of the eyes, it's important that people converse with each other. So like I do with my grandchildren, I confiscate their iPhones. You could not believe the hassle I got. But eventually, they started talking to each other. Eventually, they started playing a game. I brought a board game out, which was interesting. Make sure people get to talk to each other, the interaction, because all too often things are happening now electronically where you can't really keep up with it. Now they're saying about AI coming about, artificial intelligence. Well, it has to originate with the human being. And more as computers take over, it's extremely important to have human beings interacting with each other on a personal basis. That will never go away. Never go away. You have to introduce personal trust. If someone trusts you, if someone believes in you, you're going to be successful. Make sure you treat them well, because the people that you treat well on the way up are going to treat you well on the way down, and evidently it's going to happen. So interact with people. teach your grandchildren, teach your kids to interact with people. There's nothing that can replace the personal touch. No artificial intelligence, no texting, no iPhones, no anything. The personal touch is what makes the difference. I saw where Hunter Biden is going through proceedings. He does not want to pay child support for a kid that he had with a stripper. And he's hiding his finances. What a shock. But do you see this in any newspapers? Of course not. If it was Donald Trump Jr., it would be all over the front pages. But it's Hunter Biden of the corrupt Biden family corporation. Now the judge has ruled that he has to disclose his finances. And that's going to be interesting. It's going to be extremely interesting how the Biden family protects him, how the legal system, how the Justice Department that is weaponized by the corrupt Biden administration is going to treat this. Call your newspaper up. Ask them why they're not covering it. Ask them why everything is protected of the Biden administration. I just can't understand how you have a corrupt family and they're being left alone as though they are royalty. Do you feel confident when you see Joe Biden walk, when you see him talk, when you see him discuss anything, that he is actually president of the United States, that he is actually running anything? It just absolutely amazes me. I don't know if the guy could add 2 + 2 anywhere, but he is our leader. You have to respect the presidency. But God, let's be honest with people. Let the press be honest. Call your newspaper up. Ask them. Ask them why they're not covering it. Ask them why they're protecting them. Ask them if they feel responsibility for any of the stuff that's going on here that's demoralizing and tearing down the American fabric, because this guy is the president of the United States, because he was protected by the press. Ask them, do they feel responsible at all? Absolutely amazing. Here's what's scary. The environmental department is trying to get the prairie chicken classified as an endangered species. Now you might say, what the hell's that got to do with anything? Well, here's what's going on. You have an anti-American administration. They want to tear down this country, how it was built. They especially want to tear down the fossil fuel energy. They want to tear down that corporate culture of ExxonMobil that made us a great country, that fueled our economy, that developed the United States from the days of Rockefeller on up, that fueled our economy to make this the greatest country in the world. They want to attack it and eliminate it. Why? Because they're woke philosophy. Now, they can't get Congress to do it because actually even some Democratic congressmen realize that these people are nuts. They're killing this country. So what do? They try end around crap that they're doing now with the prairie chicken. What does that got to do with anything? If they get the prairie chicken classified as an endangered species, that prairie chicken, the places where it lives most often is Kansas, Oklahoma, Texas. What that means is you cannot drill. You cannot drill on any property in those states because of the endangered species designation of the prairie chicken. That's how this administration operates. Think about that. They can't get it done legally because they know they'd be swatted away. They know the American people are dead set against them. They know they're anti-American. They know they're woke. They know people aren't going to go around with what they're doing. They see how this country is going now. They see the approval ratings. So they're going to go and end around at, oh, yes, we have to protect our endangered species. Like the prairie chicken, because they want to destroy the fossil fuel industry. Think about that. Think about how this administration is going after the pillars of our economy, the greatness of our country, the wishes of our forefathers. for profit, their own gain, their own hatred of this country. We are the problem of the world, according to them. We have to get rid of them. Remember that the next time you vote. We have to get rid of these people. Hope you have a great day. God bless you. God bless the United States of America.
Time frame, images of a generation. We grew up in a simpler time. We sang.
Say, kids, what time is it?
NYC,
We laughed.
Hello, boy.
I can't believe I ate that whole thing.
We cried.
President Kennedy died at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time.
He's been shot. Lee Oswald has been shot.
We fought. We loved. We were attacked.
Japanese have attacked Pearl Harbor, Hawaii by air.
Our flag was still there. Now these memories come to life on posters that can be yours today. Go to howdyboomy.com for your copies today. That's howdyboomy.com. howdyboomy.com.